Hi friends, I have another craft for you today. Today we are gonna decoupage a clothespin. What are we gonna do with that? Actually, you can do a lot of things with that. You can use the small ones and decorate around a can, like a tuna can, and hold a candle or a plant. We might do that in the future. I don't know. But today we are going to use those big ones, these big ones that you can get. I got them off on Amazon to make this. Isn't that cute? One, you can decorate it and use that at your house to hold pictures or scripture or inspirational phrases, sayings. You can definitely do that. I made it into a magnet and it's going on my fridge. So that's cute. Look how big these are. I don't know how big they are, to be honest. They're the biggest ones I could find on Amazon. They come in a thing of like 24. So cute. And then I picked up this fabric fabric. This is paper. Isn't that cute? I love the pattern. So I picked that up to make these, and I had some scrap paper at home, because doesn't everybody have scrap fun looking paper? Anyway, I had some at home I'm making the flower out of, and some buttons, and that's how I ended up with this. It's so cute. You can do all kinds of things. It's very versatile. You don't have to use paper. You can use napkins. You know how people like to decoupage? We have done it before. Napkins. You can use napkins or fabric. Ribbon. You could use ribbon. Like I have some burlap ribbon. I thought that would look really cute. But I'm going to use this paper today. And if you were to do it, see it's one-sided? Because it's going on my refrigerator. But if you want it to stand up, you would stand it up on its end and put your scripture or your picture holder that way. You'd want to do both sides. You'd want to put the paper on both sides. But we're just doing one side today. So it's super simple, won't take a minute. You mark off your paper and cut. So I've already done one on this side, so I'm not even going to mark both sides. I'm just going to continue my cut and make one more. So you could measure it. You know, I don't do a whole lot of measuring. You could measure it if you wanted to, but there's also an easy fix if it's too big, right? You just trim it off. Trim it off with your scissors. Grab one of the sanding blocks that you can get anywhere, Dollar Tree or whatever, and sand off the edges. Super easy. I have some Mod Podge. I have a sponge. And I am going to cover right over. I'm not taking my clothespin apart. I'm gonna go right over this metal that makes this thing work. Because I still want to use it as a clothespin. So easy peasy. Put some Mod Podge on. Put my piece of paper on. Smooth it out, and then add some more on top. So let me get some more, and while that's drying, just add some more on top. Make sure you get your edges good, and again, we're gonna trim off if I have any. Yep, I got a little edge right there. I'm gonna trim it off. So you need to make sure that's nice and flat. Got a little crinkle in there. How did that happen? Awesome. Ta-da! I fixed it. All right, so I probably could have used a little more Mod Podge on the bottom coat. That way I wouldn't have got that wrinkle, but it came out. So it's cute. Now, this is how I made my flower. You don't have to make a flower. You can pick those up too. They're already made. I'm gonna find the button while we're talking. You know, they're already made. Even have adhesive on the back, or you can get little flowers from anywhere and use it. You don't have to use flowers. You could put bows on there. You could leave it as is. I mean, really. Get my little espresso cup to make a circle the size I want my flower. So really, you got all kinds of options. You can make this custom. They can be chip clips. It's just something fun to do with some paper that I have around the house. Now, you may have something, depending on how much crafting you do, you may have something around your house that already is like petals for a flower. I do not. So I'm doing a wagon wheel on the back of my paper. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm making a line that goes straight across, and I just keep doing it like a wagon wheel or cutting a pie. And that's how I made my first flower. And that's how I'm making this one. And I'm cutting on those lines. Not all the way to the center because you don't want your flower to fall apart. So I am cutting on the lines to make my petals. Now I thought I had, I know I did, I probably just used them all up, but I had the prettiest little flowers that were, I think they were daisies. They were either daisies or they were sunflowers, one of the two. And they were the perfect size. They were this size. And, I mean, for this craft. And they already had adhesive on them, right? They already were a sticker, but they were definitely three-dimensional. And they would have been perfect for this. I looked and I looked and I looked in my craft stash. I couldn't find them. And I'm like, well, they were so cute. I'm sure I used them for something. So now I have all of these cut out. And I am going to cut little points or little rounded edges on each one of these to make it look more like flower petals. So this last one, I kind of tried to round a little bit, and then I thought, oh, I think I'm going to make these a little more pointy this time. Sort of like, aren't those, I'm thinking daisies have more of a point on the end. Maybe not a sharp, harsh point, but not as rounded. Either way, that's what my flower is going to have. So I am going around, 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 and snipping off the corner and making me a flower. A blue swirly flower. Because that's plays off the blue that's in this plaid. I love plaid. Looks so good. And then, so I've made it all the way around my flower. Now I'm just going to flip it over, and so I can get the other side, my other end. Yeah, I think this looks cute. I think there was a friend of mine years past who knew I liked to craft, and she gave me a box of all kinds of scrap stuff. Like I have scrap fabric, I have scrap paper, ribbons that I've used in all kinds of stuff. So I guess there is a good thing coming out of not getting rid of all your stuff. I like things tidy, and so I have a tendency, if I have a little something, to just, you know, give it away. If it doesn't have a purpose, maybe throw it away. But this goes to prove, if you've got a place to keep it, you might want to keep your little scraps of stuff. Awesome. Now I have a flower. And then I am just going to curl my ends up a little bit. I have a toothpick. I'm gonna pull it up. Might be better with a pen. Depends on how big your little petals are. I'm kind of separating it and rolling it up a little bit so I have a little dimension. Everything's not so flat. But if you don't have a toothpick, it depends on the size. Anything round, a pen or a pencil would definitely work. So I'm trying to give it a little bit of a lift. And then I picked out this cute button and I'm going to glue it on. I have my hot glue here, so I'm going to use it. Mod Podge is just glue itself, so you could use it since we're already using that for the craft. Just hot glue kind of holds faster. Uh-oh, glue my finger on there. There's my cute little flower. You could take jute and, whoops, that's not all right. That's not the right one. You could take some jute and make a bow, all kinds of stuff. Now, I want it here over where the springs are. So, but you just place it and see where you like it. It doesn't matter. Hold it on there a second. Ta-da! My Mod Podge is already dry. Oh yeah, I forgot to trim it off. Let's see here. I got a little edge right here. And otherwise, I think I'm good. It looks good to me. And I happen to have these magnet buttons I've had forever and a day. They say foam with foam adhesive. So they already have adhesive on it. I don't have to glue it on there. Just peel off the back. And I'm gonna put it right where the springs are on the other side. And that's it. Aren't they cute? These are going on my refrigerator. Ta-da! Super easy, very versatile. You can do all kinds of stuff with them. Whatever you think. And there you go. Quick and easy stuff you may have at home. Definitely if you use the smaller paper clips or clothespins. And that's it. Thanks for joining me today. It was a lot of fun. And I hope you try something like this for yourself. And we'll see you next time. Bye.